Wow. Deep breaths, deep gratitude, and an infinitely big welcome to all of you women from all over the world. And we are so deeply grateful that you're here and really excited about everything that we're going to share. You're going to absolutely love what we have put together with you. We've been refining it, and it just feels so incredibly beautiful to be able to share this with you. So, as we are diving in, please share with us, if you haven't done so already, in the chat, where are you tuning in from? So where in the world are you right now? And if you feel moved to share, what inspires and excites you the most about today's masterclass?
So many women we have live. We have Sasha again, Yvette, Surya, Cecilia, Ingrid, Veronica. Hey, Cindy, Alina, Sophia, from all over the place. Slovenia, hi. Ben, Switzerland, I used to live there. Hey, women. Oh,
You're in the Victoria, Esther, yeah, beautiful. Tina, Miss Macbella, wow. Wow, okay, this is so beautiful to see. Just, oh, wow, we're covering the globe. So I am in Bali, Leonie is in Slovenia, and we're having women from all over the freaking planet tuning in. Beautiful.
Wonderful. So as we're all dropping in, tuning in, just want to give you some quick pointers on how to get the most out of this masterclass. I'm going to request, and we will do the same, to grab your phone right now and put it on flight mode. So do not disturb, so that you can actually be fully present right now. Also, if there's anything on your laptop, maybe you have Facebook open, email, Skype, so you want to switch all of that off, so you can actually drop in, tune in, and actually be here for this experience. And also, you may want to grab a notebook, because we're going to share a lot of goodness with you. Even if you've already been to the previous webinars, it's going to be really, really powerful again today. We'd also request from you, as this is really a live, like interactive kind of experience, to, whenever we ask a question, write to us in the chat so we know what's going on for you. The more you do that, the more you engage, the more that you're going to get out of this masterclass. Okay, good. So what you'll learn, what are we actually going to talk about today? First off, we will cover the 5 love-based keys that will help you fully live your passion and turn it into profit, which is really nice. Then we'll take it off with the 3 mistakes that we see so many beautiful, conscious female passionpreneurs make, and how you can actually avoid these, so how you can move beyond them. Then Ronya will share how to tap into your intuition and always know what the right thing to do next is. So this is really about living in quantum flow. After that, we'll talk about how to use the Live Your Passion Challenge as a launch pad into the next level. So at the end, we'll share with you a deepening journey that we're offering, which is a way to expand, deepen, and continue and really move forward in the direction that you want. And all the way at the end, we will do a super delicious manifestation ritual, which I'm already looking forward to. And this is something that is super powerful every single time we do it. So do make sure you stay around for that. So the sexy Miss Rania is now going to take it off with a little drop-in meditation for us to ground in being here all together.
Thank you, Leonie. Okay, so wherever you are in the world, when you're ready, you can close your eyes. So whether you're sitting or standing or laying down, take a moment to close your eyes and drop into your body, your woman's body, how it is in this moment, and tune in for a moment just to the miracle of being alive. At some point, you were just a sperm and an egg, and then somehow you won the race and you came into this life. So feeling your body in this moment and that aliveness of presence and pulsation of life inside you. And so take a few deep breaths where you expand into every cell of your body on the inhale, a feeling of lighting up from the inside, and then relaxing and settling in on the exhale. And as you're doing this, opening up your awareness for the possibility that you have been perfectly guided through your entire life by your deeper guidance, by what we can call your higher self, and that you're here at this masterclass for a reason that is bigger and deeper than you're currently aware of, and opening yourself up to receive whatever insights, downloads, ahas, openings, inspirations are going to come for you today. And as you're doing this, also feel the connection with all of the women all around the world. Right now we have a couple of hundred women who are with us live. And so take a moment and feel the presence. So yes, we are here with our computers or our phones or our devices, but at the same time, there is the more real aspect of this gathering is the physical, energetic presence. of feeling this connection with the women all around the world. You can see us as points of light spread out all around the planet. And take a few deep breaths where you inhale and you breathe in the connection and support from all the women, and exhale and you give and shine your support, and just have that energetic yes for whatever these women want to create in the world, being a yes for that, and feeling hundreds of women doing the same for you in this moment. This is the power that we tap into when we share this space together. So inhaling and exhaling with that connection. And then, still with eyes closed, tune into if this resonates for you, if you know this feeling that you deeply value this lifetime that you have. You have come to this place where you simply cannot just live a life that's sort of okay, but that isn't in highest alignment with your calling. And you know that you are here, not by accident, but for a reason. And there is this feeling inside you that there's something really big and really beautiful that you're here to give. And you're here to create and to expand and to travel and to explore. And so if this resonates for you, then you are absolutely in the right place and you will love this training. And so with that notion, when you're ready, you can open your eyes, and with your next breath in, stretching your arms to the sides and all the way up towards the sky, feeling that connection with the earth below you and the sky above. And then with your next breath out, so take another deep breath in, and with your next breath out, allow your hands to float down to your head and brushing down your head, your face, your throat, your heart, breast, belly, down your sides. Let's do that one more time. Deep breath in. I'm breathing out and brushing down. And one more time. Deep breath in. And breathing out. And brushing down. And with that, we're all ready and set to go, synced up for our training today. Okay, Leonie, my love, take it away.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. It's always so good to connect and tune in like that. So with that connection, I want to start off by giving you a little bit of a background story on who we really are, because maybe you've just joined this training today and you're like, I don't know who these girls are, what they're up to. Maybe you've known us for years. But either way, let me share, at least for me, my life experience and how I ended up in this place where I am right now. So my name, if you don't know me, I'm Leonie Gabriela. And I run an amazing business, which I love, where I help women stand in their personal power. And I've been able to work with some of the most incredible people on the planet. And I've done incredible speaking gigs all over the world. And I love doing that. I've trained and coached thousands of men and women on self-empowerment, self-love, and business. And this challenge and this live event is also one of them. So I believe really deeply that everybody is here for a reason. I believe that everything is possible, and I truly love the power of pleasure. Also believe in the benevolence of the universe. And for me, entrepreneurship is a gateway into that ultimate freedom. So I absolutely love it. Now, you have to know that it wasn't always like this. So I didn't get born this way. I was actually born in the Netherlands. So I'm originally Dutch, in a very cult-like church. So a lot of things were amazing about it. There was a very close connection to people. However, I somehow unconsciously picked up that it's not entirely okay to be a woman. So I remember hearing this story as a young girl about how Eve was actually created from a rib of a man, and how she kind of broke paradise by eating an apple from the tree. And I remember feeling like, fuck, if Eve can screw things up so bigly just by eating an apple that looks tasty, I better be really careful. So what it caused me to do was it made me feel like I could not trust myself. It made me feel like I could not trust my pleasure. And it caused me to become really, really insecure. What this did to me is it actually had me battle with pretty severe depression and hide and retreat from the world. And that got me to be really bullied as well. So I remember literally having my lunch on the toilets in the school where I used to go to, and having guys right next to me in the toilet, making fun of me, and me trying to lift up my legs so that they wouldn't see my feet, so they wouldn't notice that I was in there. And in the years later on, it caused me to become so disconnected from my body. I felt so uncomfortable with the idea of being feminine, being a woman. I was always wearing massive hoodies and doing everything I could not to be found attractive. But in all of that and in that experience, I always knew and I intuitively felt that there had to be something different, that something else was possible, right? And I was very, very passionate, and I knew, somehow I knew deep inside that there was something that I had to share. So I went on a journey of discovery, and I was very lucky to have very awesome, open-minded friends. And I started doing so many courses on self-development, sexuality, personal development, education, healing. And in that journey, what I really learned and what I had to learn was how to trust myself. So how to actually be me. And I remember one very specific moment when, for the first time ever, I literally felt like I had God or the goddess speaking through me. And I remember feeling that everything I feel can be trusted because I feel it, and I feel it for a reason. So fast forward to today, my mission is to awaken women to their full potential and to inspire them that they can stay sexy, spiritual, and successful while being boss babes and just like really owning their life and trusting themselves. Most importantly, that they can trust themselves. So I'm super fortunate to make a difference in thousands of women's lives, to be traveling the world with my love, making a difference with the courses that we are creating. And I absolutely 100% love what I'm doing. And for me, my business right now is an extension of that. It's really my passion and my deeply spiritual practice. So that gives you a little bit of an idea about me. And with that, I'm going to give the words to beautiful, beautiful Aronia.
Thank you so much, Leonie. I'm super grateful for you sharing that. And Lynn, by the way, feel free to just let us know in the chat if anything touches you, if anything resonates for you. As we cannot see you through the screen, it's really beautiful to have these little signs of life and engagement. And you will also find that you stay way more connected when you're also engaging in the chat and typing. So you're super warmly welcome to do that at any point. And so I want to share some things with you today as well. And this also comes from, I often get the questions from people, or reflections rather, when they're saying, well, it's so easy for you, Rana, because you're so confident and happy all the time and just have such amazing connections and friends all over the world, etc., etc. And there can be this projection that I've just always been like this, which is like insanely far from the truth. And so I want to share a bit more deeply. And if you know me personally, or if you've been with me for a while, you might know this, but I think most women don't know this. Yasmin is wondering how old the two of us are. I'm 31. I don't actually know how old you are, Leonie, but she's a couple of years younger than me, I think. So I was born in Sweden, and my parents took me traveling when I was just 3-4 months old, and took me kind of all over the world. And I think this really love and thirst for traveling, and also this feeling that the world is this big, open, friendly place to explore and to discover. And growing up, I was like an insanely creative child. I was way deep into music and dance and theater and art. And I started reading and writing when I was only 3 years old, and like writing books when I was 6 and stuff. And growing up, my sister, who was 6 years older than me, she was really my biggest role model, and she was like this total rebel and just like breaking all the rules. And even though I was sticking to the rules, just on some level, she was like the coolest person I knew, and I wanted to be, just like her. And so had very creative parents, very creative sister, very creative childhood. And then the one thing that I really want to share with you, because this is the reason behind why I do everything that I do, and it's really, really important to know this, is the one thing that has impacted me the most in my entire life was something that happened to me when I was 12 and my sister was 18. So we're talking now the summer of 1998, where I was out in the countryside with my mother on a small island that we used to have, and my sister was home alone. She was staying home alone, and she was actually supposed to stay over with a friend this one specific evening, where my sister and her friend were out dancing. They were out clubbing in Sweden, and at some point during the evening, my sister's friend was tired and she wanted to go home early, and my sister, she wanted to keep on dancing. And so they decided to go home separately instead of going home to my sister's friend. And then we don't know exactly the details of the sequence of events or how it happened, but somehow this guy got into the apartment. We don't know if he followed her home or if he rang the doorbell and she let him in, but somehow this guy got into the apartment. And so what happened to my sister that night, and this was the 18th of July 1998, so almost 20 years ago now, was that she was raped and she was strangled with a scarf, and she was stabbed everywhere and on her entire body. I also saw her afterwards when they had cleaned her up. She was still in one piece, but it was like very, very, very thorough. And they counted 167 points where the knife had gone into her body. And then my dad, who was, not on the island with us, but when she wasn't picking up the phone the next day, he actually went into, this was in my mom's apartment at the time, he went in with our landlord to enter the apartment to check on her, and they found her dead in my bedroom. And then my dad and my uncle and my aunt came out to the island to tell us what had happened. And still to this day, I don't understand how my dad survived this, finding his daughter like that. And B, I don't understand how he had the strength to travel to the island and give us these news. But I do remember the moment when he told us that my sister was no longer alive. He didn't give any details at that point, but I just remember hearing the words and not hearing them at the same time, because this is one of those things where it's like you hear about these stories in the news, but it's one of those things that is like in the movies, in the news, but it doesn't happen to you. And so when he told us, there was this complete fear, incomprehension, panic, numbness, and the feeling of like the entire universe just imploded into my body. And on a visceral level, on an energetic level, it was like what happened to her imprinted into my body. I have personally never been sexually abused in this lifetime, but it was like I took on in my nervous system what she had gone through, which I got all the details for like later. So there's just that imprinted in me. And for the first 5 years after this happened, that was the state that I was in. So I was completely shut down on every level. I was numb. I was afraid of life, afraid of dying. I was afraid of going out alone. I had panic attacks, nightmares all the time, insomnia for 5 years. A whole bunch of like half-assed suicide attempts. I used to cut my wrists a lot. The only thing that kept me here, the only thing that kept me from not killing myself, was the feeling of that I couldn't do that to my parents. I couldn't take away their only other daughter. At this moment, I have a little brother and sister, but at this point in time, I was the only child left. And so that was the only thing that kept me here. And I'm so happy that I stayed, because what happened 5 years after she died, when I was 17, in the summer of 2003, a number of things happened that changed everything. And the most important one that I want to share with you is something that I still cannot explain to this day. I had a really strong dream one night where I had a meeting with what we can call God. It came to me in the form of a man, a woman, and a bird in the dream, and they did some energy work on me and something shifted. And when I woke up that next morning, it was like everything was different. From 5 years of feeling completely disconnected from life and from everything, it was suddenly like I could feel this presence in everything that somehow it felt like it had always been there, but I had just never experienced it before. And I remember looking down on my body and my hands and looking out through the window on the trees that were outside and the way the sun was filtering in, and just feeling this, maybe you can feel it now as well, this vibration in the air, and just feeling and realizing that, oh my God, there is no separation between anything in the universe. And I could see all the dimensions in the entire picture of how the true aspect of our being can never die. And on that level, no harm is ever done. And I could see the entire cycle of, so it took 3 years before they found the guy who killed my sister. He's right now in this moment still in prison. And I know a little bit about his background from being in the guerrilla in El Salvador and the horrendous things that he's been through. And so I could see this zoomed out perspective of generations and millennia of people experiencing pain, inflicting pain on other people, and so on and so on. And I could see the innocence and the disconnection that he was coming from. And in that moment, forgiveness became automatic because I was just like, look, crazy shit happens in the world every single day, and we can feel sad about it, but to be stuck in victimhood and to live in anger is just perpetuating the same cycle. And so the only thing that works is forgiveness and love. And so in that moment, I just decided, and it wasn't even the decision, just a download, that I'm here to be that forgiveness and to bring the healing and to live that. And about 2 weeks after this had happened, I stumbled into my first Tantra workshop in what I thought was a yoga festival, but turned out to be a festival with like yoga and fire rhythms and breath work and ecstatic dance and women's work and fire walking and just like everything. And I came into my first Tantra workshop at the age of 17. And up until this point, I had been like a super fierce, angry feminist, just like fighting, fighting, fighting. And for the first time, I saw men and women treat each other not just with respect, but with devotion. I saw men and women bow down to each other, and it just like fucked with my brain in the best way, and it just blew me open. And then I embarked upon a journey of about 7 years of just going so deep into all of this, like Tantra, breathwork, dance, trauma healing, women's work, everything. And I actually practiced Tantra for 2.5 years and healed a lot for 2.5 years before I had sex the first time, because I had so much to release. And so after about 7 years of doing this, I started sharing. Now about 8 years ago, started traveling the world. Before this, I was working as a dancer, and I started traveling the world, sharing in retreats. And so fast forward to today, I am still leading bigger and bigger retreats all around the world. And I have worked with hundreds of women in personal healing sessions and in courses who have been through sexual abuse, and worked with hundreds, if not at this point, thousands of men and women around the world. And this was the catalyst for that. And now at this point, I'm at a stage where it's not so much about trauma healing, but my biggest offering at this point is the Ecstatic Awakening Retreat and the Ultimate Goddess Retreat, soon to be released, where the question is, well, what happens after trauma healing and what can we create? Because right now, what I feel the strongest and the most fucking passionate about, in case you haven't noticed already in the Live Your Passion Challenge, is this feeling of that this life is so insanely precious and we are here to live it fully. So what can we create? What are you here to bring? What are you here to do before you die? These are the questions that really drive me. And so the things that we're going to share with you today is really about how to tap into all of that and how to tap into this quantum flow, because all of this and more is incredibly and deeply possible for you as well. And since then, just to give a tiny bit more background, I've studied with incredible spiritual masters all over the world: David Ada, Mantak Chia, Shasi Saluna, Sarita, Marianne Norell, so many more. I've co-facilitated with Leila Martin, that a whole bunch of you probably know, etc., etc. And so living in Bali together with my beloved man, Gabriel Vaima, who I met in Guatemala, and just living an incredibly blessed and beautiful life. And so grateful that all of you are here and receiving this, and just looking over the chat and receiving so many beautiful shares. I feel incredibly touched. And with this, some deep breaths, knowing that you're in the right place, let's dive into the meat of today's training, handing it over to Miss Leonie.
Thank you so much for sharing, Ramya. And women, loving your shares, loving your little signs of encouragement when you're feeling touched. It's really motivating for us to also keep on sharing our stories. So with that, let's just take a short little breath. If you want, you can close your eyes, put your hands on your knees. Just breathe in fully. And exhale. Once more, breathe in fully. Exhale. I'm going to ask you to breathe in as much as you can. Hold the air. And exhale. Okay, good. So with that little grounder, after hearing both of our touching stories, let's continue and let's dive into the meat of, or the juice, whatever you prefer, of today's training. So we're going to talk about 5 must-have love-based keys to make money doing what you love. Because here's the thing, living your passion doesn't just work on its own. You can say, like, I'm going to live my passion. But in order to be actually successful at this, in an aligned way and in a way that's abundant, the secret is to actually connect your passion to a couple of super simple steps, very simple system. So what we're going to be sharing with you today is how to turn your passion into your paycheck in a way that feels good. So just imagine for a moment what that would feel like, really being able to share yourself fully and making money doing what you love in the level that you want to be doing it while having a lot of fun. So with that, Ramya is going to take it off with key number 1. So key number 1 coming up from Sexy Miss Ramya.
Thank you, love. God, feeling super supported by you as well. Okay, so women, are you ready for it? Key number 1 is to get fucking crystal clear on your calling. And we put this as number 1 for a reason, because this one is huge. It's huge and is overlooked in probably 99% of all business trainings. And we see this all the time with really beautiful heart-centered entrepreneurs who build their entire business without actually knowing what their calling is. And as a result, everything they do lacks the fundamental depth and meaning that is necessary to actually create transformation for people. And instead, they get stuck in trying to figure out what they should be sharing or what they should be selling, if they should be a health coach or photographer or a doula or a designer, a stylist or meditation teacher or yoga teacher, life coaching and blah, 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 all of these things. And it can be super debilitating to try and figure it out on this level. And discovering and knowing your calling literally makes all of this unnecessary because your calling is what drives your mission. It's what fulfills you on the deepest level possible and can actually create the biggest transformation for people. And knowing your calling takes your life and your business from kind of nice to fucking life-changing. And so what we mean by your calling is very simply this. Your calling is what you are here to give and to do and create before you die. Your calling is your core message and the undercurrent and guide for everything that you create, everything that you sell, and for your entire life. And so when you know this, it becomes way less important what you're selling, and you realize that it's all about giving people a deep transformative experience for which your business is simply a vehicle. And so it redefines and elevates everything you do to a higher level. And knowing your calling is also the foundation for what is called your sweet spot, which is this perfect meeting place between what you are here to give, what you feel the most passionate about, what the people that you're here to serve need the most, and what people are the happiest to pay for. And so in other words, this is where you will create the biggest transformation for your clients, where you will make the most money, and where you will have the most amazing time while you're doing it. So let us know in the chat if that sounds good to you, that sweet spot of everything between this, as we move on to key number 2.
Good. So your sweet spot, that juicy, juicy connection where you can actually start earning money, doing what you love, offering something extremely valuable to other people. Let's move on to key number 2. Key number 2. Okay, get ready for this one. In order to live your passion in a way that's abundant and aligned, you will need to fall in love with marketing. Okay, now I'm curious and I want to hear this from you. Even if you've been here before, let me know in the chat right now. Drop in 1 or 2 words. What do you feel in your body when I say the word marketing? What is your association with that word? So I want to hear from you how you feel when I say that. And in the meantime, Ronja says, your sweet spot is like a marketing G-spot. I love that, Ronja. That's delicious. Okay, overwhelming, horror, passion. I fucking hate selling my art to people. Unknown area. I hate it. Dread, work, difficult, game. Ooh, whoa, so many comments. I can't read it. Whoa, tension in the belly. Takes so much time. Selling, exhausting. Blah. So vague. Okay, yeah. Want to throw up. Okay, we've got some pretty intense reactions. Good, that's totally okay. So a lot of negative reactions, right? When I ask you how you feel about the word marketing. Now, why is that? That is because we have been bombarded with junk. And we have this old-fashioned connection, this old-fashioned belief about what marketing is. Like, we think that it's sleazy or has to be manipulative. But here's a question. What if you have something amazing to share with people? What if you would market the heck out of that? So if Ronja and I would not have marketed ourselves, this message, what we are sharing, would never have come across to you. You would not have found this webinar. You wouldn't have found the Live Your Passion Challenge if you've joined that. And now here's an amazing quote that I would love to share with you. And I'm actually going to drop it right here for you in the chat. If you've got something valuable to share and you're not doing everything you can to promote it, you're basically stealing from those who need you the most. Truth bomb right there. So once again, if you've got something valuable to share and you're not doing everything you can to promote it, you're stealing from those who need you the most. So that's a quote by the beautiful Marie Forleo. Now here's the thing. There's a different type of marketing possible, which is authentic, heart-based marketing, which is grounded in love. And this way, selling and marketing can actually be a deep type of transformational spiritual service that you can do with the greatest compassion. So this has nothing to do with trying to get somebody to do something. In fact, it's about inspiration. So we believe that selling is about getting someone to stand up for something. It's about influencing them to believe either in themselves, in their calling, in their project, and or commit to something greater. It's about then getting them to move into a space of more joy, freedom, and happiness in their life. And so this insight and overcoming this fear of marketing is really what has caused Ronja and I to move forward and to share our mission with the world shamelessly. And so there is a much more sexy and natural way of doing all of this, which is kind of like marketing foreplay. So this is called heart-based marketing. And because trying to sell someone right off the bat, just sometimes what happens, right? That's kind of like trying to have sex with someone in the first minute of your date. Pretty awkward, right? I don't know if you've ever tried it. It's kind of sleazy, pushy, creepy, and honestly just plain weird. So the kind of marketing that we are suggesting here is one that's based on honesty, mutual trust and deep connection where the other person who wants to buy from you wants to buy from you because they know and they trust and they believe that they are getting a transformation from working with you. So then it becomes this magical exchange based in love. Now, I want to hear from you in the chat right now. Does it excite you to hear that there's a different possibility for marketing available? And did my share change your perspective on marketing? So write down right now, as short as possible as you can share, how is it to hear this from you, and did it shift something? This quote make me cry. Beautiful. Jonas says lovely. Oh yes, sounds amazing. Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh, beautiful. Love it. Honesty is the key for me. Thank you. Yes, it changed my perspective. Thank you for that. Love hearing that, gorgeous woman. Shift in the third chakra. You know what I mean. Yeah, beautiful. Feeling less resistance. Beautiful. Good. Okay, great. Okay, so with that, I'm going to move on to key number 3, and you can just keep on popping your questions and your comments right in the chat. Okay, so key number 3. In order to make money in a way that feels good and aligned, sharing your passion with the world, you need to build your tribe. You need to build your tribe and know exactly who you're serving. So here's a question, and I want to ask you to pop this in the chat right again. How do you actually make money? So think about it. Where does money actually come from? So let me know in the chat right now. How do you actually make money? Where does money come from? So as I'm awaiting your replies coming in the chat, I'll just give it away to you. The only way to make money is to make a difference for other people. So really, that's the only place you can get money from, is from other people. So your business is about the difference that you get to make for others. And the more value you can add, the bigger amount of money you will receive. Now, the only way to actually make a difference is when you're truly connected to someone, right? When you know what they love, what they value, what they fear, their struggles, their desires. Because then you can actually tune in and see how you can make a difference to them, where you can help them. So that is authentic marketing. It's deeply valuing and connecting with your customers. It's having hard-based, next level, authentic compassion, where it doesn't just become about, I want to make some cash and here's what I've got. No, what do you need? What is really present for you? And when you know exactly who is in your tribe, you can speak so directly to them to the point where they literally feel like you're reading their mind. So this will really make them trust you and make it easy for them to buy from you. Now, if you don't know who you're serving, then your marketing and your language will be really general and boring. So once you start shifting your focus from yourself and what you are offering to other people and what they actually need, your business will start skyrocketing. So that was point number 3. You need to build your tribe and know exactly who you're serving. Okay, good. With that, let's move on to key number 4. Key number 4, you need to upgrade your money game. Okay, so this is a point that touches me so freaking much, and I get totally fired up about this. I see so many conscious men and women with the most incredibly magical intentions out there, working on consciousness, eating healthy, rebirthing, yoga, tantra, healing, and they feel guilty to earn money. If you're one of them, raise your hand in the chat and just let me know, yeah, that resonates. And at the same time, there's other people actually earning money by ruining other people's lives. So just think of some of those big corporations like Nestle. They're freaking getting paid millions or billions to do what? Burn down the rainforest, right? Like, and you're feeling guilty to actually transform people's lives. So when you start to realize that you holding back from sharing and receiving financially does not only impact you and your life, it also impacts countless of other people because you're not there to provide a transformation because you're so afraid of selling and you're holding back. Now that is when it becomes really obvious that you need to transform your money beliefs. And you need to start understanding its actual energy dynamics and make peace with it so it can serve you on your mission and you can fuel it into something incredible. So that was point number 4. You need to upgrade your money game.
Beautiful. And that leads us seamlessly into key number 5, which is how you can make a ton more money. And that is mastering the art of leverage. So the art of leverage is what allows you to have the impact that you want to make without having to work like crazy hours, like working like 70 hours per day and shit. The art of leverage is a simple system that can help you to scale your business so that you can have a bigger reach, transform more people's lives, make more money, and actually work less. If you like the sound of that, then let us know in the chat. So basically, instead of serving one person at a time, you could serve like 1,000 or 10,000 people at the same time. And so we're talking groups, videos, outreach, online stuff. And this is also where the individual price can go down because you can actually serve more people. So you have a bigger reach, more impact, and you make more money. So it's just like the perfect coming together of so many things that we love. And so let us know in the chat if this excites you to master the art of leverage, making more money, transforming more people's lives, helping more people, and working less. Oh, yes, please. Yes, I like, yes. Woohoo, yes. Okay, cool. I'm taking that as yes. And with that, we have gone through the 5 keys to fully living your passion. And now we are moving on to, and I think you're going to love this one as well, the 3 top mistakes that we see even and especially conscious women make in business all the freaking time, and how to avoid them. Take it away, Leonie.
Awesome. Good. Okay. Loving that you are all resonating so much with all of these points. I got a message that I just saw, like that we're shifting so many beliefs in just 5 minutes. That is what this is all about. Thank you so much for joining, opening yourself up and actually letting this stuff in. Okay, good. So with that, let's continue with the 3 mistakes that we see conscious women, passionpreneurs make and how you can actually avoid them. So the first one that I want to start off with is that so many women wait with sharing themselves until they are perfect. This is such an important one and it's so dear to my heart. So holding ourselves back from sharing out of the fear that we're not good enough is a little bit crazy if you think about it. Because probably there is someone less talented and less developed than you out there right now making plenty of money, something that you would also like to share. So why hold ourselves back? Now, I was doing this for years, so I know this point really, really well. That's why I'm sharing this with you. I was holding myself back from sharing my tools and skills with incredible women because I had this weird idea that I first needed to have earned $1 million before I could start teaching other women on how to run an online business. Just an example. And I was also feeling like I first need to get married and have a happy relationship for like 50 years until I can start doing coaching on relationships. And I was talking to a friend of mine about this and I was like, yeah, I don't know, like, should I start doing this? And then she said, Leonie, you don't need to have it all figured out. You just gotta be one step ahead. She said, somebody is going to have a breakthrough from your 30%. And I was like, damn, okay, I got it. And it really shifted something for me. So even though I still felt insecure, I started and I started sharing myself. And look at what's happening. Like right now, I'm literally transforming thousands of women's lives. I'm getting messages every single day of like, oh my God, I love what you're doing. I feel so inspired. I feel so much more freedom to be, you know, empowered as a woman and be an entrepreneur. Or, oh my, what you're sharing with your partner about epic love relationship, it changes my life. You know? And if I would not have shared myself, if I would have kept this to myself, that's a chance missed to create transformation and healing in women's lives. So all from me, believing those thoughts in my head and staying small. So don't wait until you're ready. Start before you're ready, and you will become ready by doing it. So that was point number one, mistake number one, waiting with sharing yourself until you are perfect. So I'm going to give it away to Ronja right now with mistake number two.
Thank you, Leonie. And mistake number two, which I'm sure we are so familiar as female entrepreneurs, is failing or forgetting to stay connected to your body and your feminine energy as you create. So first off, sexual energy, life energy. Sexual energy is the most powerful energy on the planet. It's literally the energy that creates life. And when you combine activated sexual energy with deep, deep relaxation of not trying to get somewhere, that's when we begin to tap into orgasmic manifestation, which we could create an entire training on. And we'll mention more towards the end how you can learn more about that part, because it's fucking amazing what happens when you start tapping into that. So you need to learn how to use this to fuel you deeply. And when you get disconnected from your body, you literally lose your superpowers. And you're giving up on your genius, because your body is the key to the present moment and effortless being. It's about stop trying to get somewhere. And lastly, your body is also really the home of your intuition, which we'll tap into more when we talk about the quantum flow. It's where your deep feminine wisdom resides, and it's your source of feeling the abundance of aliveness in every moment. If you lose this, you lose everything that makes your life worth living. You don't feel like being creative. You don't feel like making love. You don't feel like anything. And when you stay connected to this, everything you create, all the money you make, everything comes from this flow, enjoyment, depth, and pleasure. So mistake number two, failing to stay connected to your body and your feminine energy. Let us know if that resonates as we move on to mistake number three.
Love mistake number two, right? If we're not connected to that we're just missing the entire point of life, of being here, being in pleasure and connected to our body. Okay, so with that, let's move on to mistake number three. Mistake number three, so many conscious women feel like they need to figure everything out on their own. So one of the biggest mistakes I see these incredible conscious women, you might be one of them, with epic intention out there make, is that they're afraid of making investments in themselves and getting help. And this often causes them to struggle, not being able to move forward and get out of a stuck situation, whilst there is help out there. There are people who have done exactly what you want to do in the way you want it. So it's really about, and this was a big one for me also to start doing this. Once I started doing this, everything shifted. But it's about opening up, being willing to learn, and allowing yourself to invest in yourself and take your dreams and desires seriously, to take your destiny in your own hand and start creating the life that you want. So that was key mistake number three, feeling like you need to figure everything out on your own. Now, question, women, in the chat right now, let me know real quick, who's excited about this content? Write yes in the chat if you're loving these tools. And then with that, we are going to move on and continue with Ronja's share about how to always know what the right thing to do next is and how to live in quantum flow.
And I'm so excited to be sharing this, because this is how I live my life. This is how Leonie lives her life. This is how we have been able to create such big success and outreach with so much enjoyment and so much effortlessness. And so let us know also in the chat as you're writing, do you always know what the next thing to do is? How in touch do you feel with your intuition? Do you feel like you always have that pristine guidance coming through, or do you feel like your mind is going off a lot? So let us know in the chat about that. And so we could do an entire training on this alone. So I'm just going to get straight to like the succinct key points here. And that is about understanding how our intuition and the universe communicates with us. So whereas humans communicate with words, body language, and facial expression, the universe communicates with us through inner guidance, synchronicities, and timing. Let that sink in. Inner guidance, synchronicities, and timing. And so to tap into quantum flow, you need to open up for this communication from the universe. And your inner guidance system works like this, in short. When you feel lit up by something, when you feel inspired by something, that is life beckoning you forward. It's literally your higher self saying, hey girl, come this way, come this way. This is the right way to go. So if something lights you up, then that is clear guidance from your multidimensional self that this is guiding you exactly where you need to be. And if something doesn't excite you, then it's probably not for you. But if something excites you and you're like, oh my God, I want to, but I'm not sure, then basically it means that your inner guidance is giving you a clear yes, but you just have some lack-based definitions or limiting beliefs that are placed around your excitement. Because fear and excitement are the same energy. The only difference is that fear is filtered through a lack belief or limiting belief, and excitement is the same thing, but then through a trust and abundance. And so what this means practically is whatever inspires you, trust this guidance. And this goes for even when you don't know why yet from a mind perspective, because the mind usually wants to have like a logical reason and know exactly like a perfect guarantee before doing anything of why something is a good idea. But the thing is that the mind is not able to perceive on that multidimensional plane that your higher self can. Your mind's job literally is to keep you safe, keep you stuck, which means that whenever you feel an inspiration to do something, your mind's number one job is to alert you to all the things that could possibly go wrong. But deeper than that is your guidance. And when you begin to trust and follow your intuition in this way, then a lot of times you won't know until like after the fact why it was the perfect thing to do. So for example, you might have an intuition or an inspiration to go to a retreat or to take a course or to travel somewhere or to go up and speak with somebody. And you might have like some sense but not really know why. But then when you do it halfway through the course or the retreat or whatever, in that moment when everything just becomes clear, you have that magical meeting. You're like, now I know why I was here. And so to make this super clear, I want to share an example from my own life, which is just like such an awesome example of just how everything that I create comes into being. And that is that a couple of years ago, I had just gone through a divorce. That if you've been following me for a long time, then you probably know about this. But I had basically just divorced from my ex-husband, and our entire plan for everything we were going to do until we die had been completely wiped. I was at a completely clean slate, didn't know which country I was going to be in or anything. And so I tuned into my body and I dropped into meditation and I tuned into what called me. And I felt really strongly lit up by Hawaii and Boulder, Colorado for some reason. And I didn't know why, but I've lived this for long enough to trust the guidance when it's coming through like that. I just felt the yes. And within 3 hours, I had booked my tickets to both of these places. And a month later, I was in Boulder, and this is where I for the first time met Bentinho Massaro, that probably not a lot of you know, who's now a friend of mine, and Ryan D. Brown, who is co-facilitating with me all over the world, and so many amazing people, including Jason Diggs and Vile Castano, that I'm right now, today, in these 5 days, in a authentic relating leadership training here within Bali, and they're going to teach at the Ecstatic Awakening Retreat. And so all these connections started happening. And we were in Ecstatic Dance one evening in Boulder, and I saw this tiny flyer for Ecstatic Dance Retreats Hawaii. And it turned out that it's going to happen exactly the dates that I had booked for being there. And I didn't know when I booked the ticket, but this is how things line up when you start following this. And it also had Kaminanda's name on the flyer, which is a DJ and a music producer that I had been following and listening to his music for like 7 years or something before this. So I was like, oh my God, it's meant to be. And then a month later, I'm on Hawaii on the dance floor later that night, sitting in the hot tub with Kaminanda, and we connect on just such a soul level. And I'm like, dude, we should collaborate. Let's do something together. And he's like, yeah. And in that moment, I received a download for the Ecstatic Awakening retreat. On that dance floor that same evening, I also met Jeff Kardakis, who is one of the facilitators for the retreat and whom I have been hanging out with all over the world. And leading a retreat together with him in Guatemala was what brought me to Guatemala, which is where I met Gabriel, who is my life partner. And so you see how this came from just this one moment of trusting the guidance and then keep on trusting the guidance, and things just come to me. And through connecting with Kamananda, now I'm collaborating with the biggest DJs and music producers in the entire world in this field. And I'm talking about people who I've been in concerts with like 10,000 people, and they are playing for my retreats. And so everything that has been the biggest money makers, everything that I make money with, all the connections that I've made have come through spontaneous downloads and, more than anything, trusting the inspiration. This is what I use to tune into which country to travel with, who to connect with, where to go, everything. And when you begin to tap into this, you'll notice how time begins to bend. So, for example, you might have a business project that you want to move forward. And from a logical mind perspective, you feel like I should sit down and write an email to this person, and that is the logical way to do it. Can work. It's usually pretty slow and pretty frustrating, pretty boring too. But maybe in the same day, you're actually feeling like drawn to go to a cafe that you've never been to. And if you trust that, go to the cafe. Next thing you know is that the person next to you on the table starts talking to you, and it turns out that they have been looking for somebody exactly like you, and you become business partners, and things just open up from there. And if this is new for you, it might take you a little bit of time to get into it, but I promise you, you will notice how things begin to flow. And so basically, what this means for you practically is trust the guidance above all anything else, meaning that when something lights you up, go for it. Your life is fucking precious and short, and this is how you're going to get the most out of your lifetime, is by being in that flow. And you'll have so much fun doing it because you feel like you're in this connection, in this flow of life. So what this means, it's a very simple 3-step process to live in quantum flow. It's not about trying to figure everything out from the mind, but step number 1, I'll put this in the chat in a moment. Step 1 of how to live in quantum flow is to, and I'm getting a whole bunch of yeses in the chat. I'm loving seeing the resonance. There you go. So number 1, allow yourself to tune into and get clear on your desire. Number 2, tune into and follow your guidance and inspiration beyond what the mind says. And number 3, watch how life brings you everything that you desire. And also knowing that if something doesn't come in the way you think it's going to come, or it seems like you're not getting what you want, it's just because you need to go through the process to learn and discover something more, so that life can bring something that is even more aligned. And God, I wish I had more time to share the story of how I met Gabriel, because this was the same thing where my belly guidance just told me to like go down the mountain, and somehow we just like crossed in that perfect moment, and now we're sharing our lives together. So yeah, like massive track record of this working, and I worked with hundreds of people around this, and I've never met a person that it doesn't work for. And so that is our quantum download for you. And so yeah, keep on sharing in the chat. It's super fun for us to see what resonates for you. And handing it back over to Leonie.
Perfect. What a story. And yes, women, please let us know in the chat, does this resonate with you? How does it feel for you to hear this story? I know I love it, and it always helps me reconnect back to myself and like really finding that flow. So with that, I'm going to ask you to take a short little breath. You can put your hands on your legs again. And put your feet on the floor, or as much grounded as possible. So you can be on the floor, just make sure they're touching something below you that feels as grounding as it can be. Okay, so then take a couple of nice big deep breaths in. And exhale fully with a sigh. And then deep breath in. nice sound on the way out. Once again, deep breath. Hold it. And exhale. Shaking a little bit on the exhale. Once again, breathing in. And exhale. Bringing your hands on the sides of your body and bringing them up all the way above your head, stretching to the left side of your body. So stretching your right side. Breathing into that. Going back to the middle. Breathing in, going to the right side. Coming back to the middle. And doing a nice little rinse where you let your hands touch your body and mostly the cheeks. Juicy way you can squeeze yourself on the way down. And make noises if it's comfortable where you're at. And then when you're done, you can do a little shake. Flick your hands. Good. Okay, so that was a nice little reset.
Just reading Joy saying, I follow my gut on so many things, and it has brought some amazing people and things into my life. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much.
Love that, Joy. Okay, good. So with that little reset, let's continue into the rest of our program for today. So first off, thank you for being here until now, for being present and engaged. We're really, really loving your shares. It's so incredibly encouraging. Now, before we continue, I would love to hear from you in the chat right now. What has been the biggest insight or the most valuable key that you have gotten out of this webinar right now, like so far? So as a recap, here's what we've covered. And I think I can just put all of that nicely in the chat right here. Okay, so first off, we went into the 5 must-have keys to fully living your passion. And we started off with number 1, knowing your calling. Number 2, knowing exactly who you're serving and building your tribe. Oh, wait a moment. Did I actually do this correctly, or did we shift them later on? Okay, no. Number 2, you need to fall in love with marketing. Number 3, you need to build your tribe and know exactly who you're serving. Number 4, you need to upgrade your money game. Number 5, master the art of leverage. So those were the 5 points. Then the 3 mistakes were waiting with sharing yourself until you are perfect. Number 2, failing to stay connected to your body and feminine energy. And number 3 was, feeling like you need to figure everything out on your own, right? Then after you learned about how to live in quantum flow and always follow your intuition. Okay, good. So share with us in the chat right now what has been the most valuable key for you so far. Great. Okay, lots of comments. Great. Connection with body. Forgetting to stay in my sexy, amazing body, source of all of life. I really like the 3 mistakes, especially waiting until you are perfect. All the mistakes. Good. Tuning into my body and the flow. Intuition. Confirmation of all. Okay, lots of good stuff. So next question, I want to just know, as we are continuing with this, I'd love to hear from you. What was it that originally drew you to this webinar? So, or if you've gone through the challenge, what was it that drew you to this challenge? Was it, your deeper reason? I'm not going to say anything yet because I want to hear it from you. So write in the chat right now, what was it that originally drew you to this challenge and to this live masterclass? And as I'm waiting for some of your responses, I still see some things coming in terms of your best insights. I'm going to just do a psychic reading on all of you. Okay, so let me know if this resonates and keep your comments dropping into the chat. Okay, so our sense and my sense is that you've joined the Live Your Passion Challenge because you know that you're here for a reason. So you know that you have something big and beautiful to share. Even if you're not exactly sure yet, on exactly what your passion is, you do know that you are unique. in the history of this universe, and that this life is freaking important. So you're feeling this desire within yourself to kind of move that forward, regardless of where you're already at right now. And probably you've come to a place in your life when you're either already kind of living your passion or you're still figuring it out. But either way, you're looking for a way to live it fully and take it to the next level, right? So keep them comments popping in the chat so I know that it resonates with you. Okay, I'm on the path, but I'm not sure or clear of my purpose. Got it. Okay, yeah, so many of you want to get clearer on this. Yes. Beautiful. Feeling inspired by what we're doing. Okay, good. Awesome. So I just want to check in with you. Does it resonate? You know, if you have this desire that you have a freaking important message that you want to share with people, and you may already be making some money with it, but most likely you're actually not, right? Or at least not to the degree that you would want to be. So I want to hear also in the chat if that resonates with you. Okay, good. Yes. Okay, here. Okay, this resonates. Good. Okay, so I'm getting some comments that this all resonates, so that's very awesome. Okay, so you're all in the right place in that case. So Ronja and I both really know how freaking painful and kind of frustrating it is when you're really doing your best to live your passion, but nothing really seems to move. And you're pushing yourself. And honestly, it just feels kind of exhausting. So maybe sometimes, even though you're really doing your best and you feel like you're taking the steps, you might even have this fear or this feeling that you will never really get to live your passion. Like this fear that things will never change or that you'll just never step up to who you truly want to be. And sometimes you might even believe that it's not possible for you, right? Even though your higher self might know that it is. There's a part of you that sometimes fears like, oh, fuck, I don't know if I'll actually be able to do this in the way that I really want to, in a way that really feels good. And now here's the news flash with that. Unless you change something about it and you start taking your future seriously, it probably won't. You know, in fact, it will get less and less satisfying and more painful. So unless you decide to do something, take your destiny into your own hand and take a different approach, nothing will shift. And, you know, perhaps you don't have that desire. Perhaps you don't have the desire to take it to the next level and you're perfectly cool with where you are right now. And that's 100% absolutely fine. But if you do know it and you have a fire in your belly and you know what you want, you know that you want that, then you've probably already learned that no matter what you do, that freaking voice in your head, like that feeling in your belly telling you that there's more, it probably stays around, right? Like it just doesn't freaking go. And we believe that that voice in you, it has a powerful message that it wants to bring across. We believe that that voice, why you're here, why you showed up here, that wants to be heard. And even more than that, we believe that your inner whisper, your soul's deepest calling, is who you really are. So I just want to check with you in the chat if this resonates with all of you. It absolutely does. Yes, it stays around, that voice. Okay, got it. Beautiful. Okay, so getting beautiful responses. Awesome. Okay, so the Live Your Passion Challenge and this webinar, well, the webinar not yet, but the Live Your Passion Challenge is officially over now. And that was an amazing, transformative dip into the water. And you know, if you just joined for the masterclass today, this was such a nice little swim, right, that we took where we learned so much already. We touched upon the basis, had some amazing breakthroughs, yet Ronja and I both know that there is so much more. So as amazing as this is and as this was, in a way, it's only the beginning. And if this challenge or this webinar is all that you are getting from us and our journey together would end here, then we are super grateful for having you on. Like, thank you so much for your openness, for your wildness, your commitments, and your shares that we kept on coming in. And for some of you, we also know that there is the desire to go even deeper. Now, and you can do that in multiple ways. So, but basically I'm seeing two of them. So you can either figure this out yourself and kind of do it in the way that we've done it. So, which took us quite a couple of years and a lot of money. Or, and we'd be so excited to do that, and we're so excited to share this with you, you'd let us take you by the hand and you'd let us guide you. So if you want to take everything that you've learned in this webinar or in this challenge to the next level and start turning this stuff into your reality in a way that actually feels good, then please listen up to what we're going to be sharing next.
And this, dear women, what we're about to share with you right now is for you. If you want to have a limitless, abundant, and unstoppable mindset, just imagine that whenever you have a desire to create something, that you can fully do that instead of the usual pattern of having an idea and then just being held back and just taking forever to actualize it, to actually feel completely unstoppable. And it's also for you if you want to have feminine flow and deep, powerful embodiment, which will enhance your ability to make money tremendously, because your sexual energy and your ability to make money are super connected. It's also if you want to have business leverage and money made online, offline, in big live events anywhere in the world, doing what you love the most. And if you want crystal pristine clarity on your next business step. So we're talking real life action here. And this is also perfect for you if you really want to see abundance for yourself and for the entire planet. We're talking big sharing here. And if you want to have the best time as you're doing this important work, and most deeply, if your inner whisper and your inner calling is stronger than your fear, then this is going to resonate so deeply for you. So perhaps you're not exactly sure about what that would be, but you feel in your body that you have something waiting, that there is a purpose for why you chose to come here to this planet at this time, incarnate as a woman. And basically, you only need the practical inspiration and guidance and clarity and focus and practical ninja strategies for just how to leverage this. Imagine if you could make 10 or 100 or even 1,000 times more money than what you do today, changing hundreds and thousands of people's lives, doing what you love the most. What would that kind of leverage make possible for you in terms of the travels, the massages, the causes that you can support, which is something we're going to share a bit more later, the causes that we're supporting, and so much more, just tuning into what would become possible for you. And so for those of you who are resonating with this, we would love to introduce you to something incredibly exciting that we have created. I would love to know from you in the chat, does this resonate for you? This idea of just being able to create life just like 10 times, 100 times bigger, more amazing, more effortless, more luxurious, more enjoyable. I'm telling you, like, the daily massages are working. Give us a little love note and type yes in the chat to let us know. Yes, it does. Thank you. So good. And of course, okay, yes, creativity on. I mean, I don't know anybody who would be, yeah, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so many yeses. Awesome, beautiful. Okay, cool. They're coming in fast. I mean, I think you would be kind of stupid if you were like, nope, that sounds terrible. But, you know, just checking in, because some people seem to be happy just doing like whatever they're doing for the rest of their life and then die. But you're obviously here for a bigger purpose, bigger reason than this. Okay, cool. So you're going to absolutely love what we're about to share. Handing it over to Miss Gabriela. Miss Leonie Gabriela.
Awesome. Good. And also, you know, with that thing that resonates, it's not only 10, 20,000 million folding the amount of money that you'll be earning, but also the impact that you can make on this planet and the difference that you can provide and how you can take power in actually making a difference in the way that you want to. So with that, we're super duper excited to introduce you to something which is really our baby. And this is our follow-up program, and it's called the Abundant Passion Plan. And the tagline for this program is How to Live in Paradise, Turn Your Business into a Party, and Make Money Doing What You Love. And so with that, we want to show you a short 3-minute video, just like presenting this program and giving you an idea of what it's about. We invite you to relax, receive, and feel these words as they enter your being. So just let yourself be inspired. Okay, Rania, take it away with the video.
How would you love to wake up every single day feeling deeply connected to your purpose, satisfied in the knowing that you are living what you came here for, and have money flow into your life in a way that feels effortless, aligned, and affluent? What if you could put the universe on speed dial and have money on tap, and wake up to views like these as a daily experience? Welcome to the Abundant Passionpreneur. How to live in paradise, turn your business into a party, and make money doing what you love. In this program, you will learn how to turn your passion into profit and creativity into cash in a way that nourishes your soul and changes people's lives. As a result of this program, you will get more done, feel better about what you do, and work less. You will have a clear business plan, including multi-layered funnel, free opt-in offer, list building, and paid products and programs. If you have a desire to travel more, to explore more, and to learn more in this life, then what becomes possible with the Abundant Passionpreneur is that you can become location independent and truly live your conscious life design with the world as your playground and paradise as your office. You know, as women, we really need to create in a way that truly honors our bodies, our rhythms, and our feminine nature. So Leonie and I will guide you into how to grow your business while balancing your inner masculine and inner feminine for maximum relaxed enjoyment and badass efficiency. We'll also teach you how to 10x your intuition, shortcut manifestation, and live in quantum flow. You see, we live in this multi-dimensional universe, and when you truly set out on the path of fully following your dreams, the universe will orchestrate the right people, rendezvous, circumstances, and events to bring you everything that you desire. And you watching this video right now, is that already happening in this very moment? You are not here by accident. And if you feel any fears or insecurities about your gifts or where the fuck to begin, then don't worry, babe, we've got you covered. Leonie and I both used to battle with shitloads of crappy self-talk and limiting beliefs, and we are here to guide and support you through any fears that might arise for you so that you can just soar. You can see us kind of as your own personal cheerleaders with spiritual depth and a kick-ass business plan. You see, we know that you have a sensual, intuitive, compassionate, badass superwoman within you, and we are here to unlock those hidden forces that move you, that juice you, that touch you, and that drive you to make a difference. Our mission is to seduce your soul and turn on your genius with a loving invitation and unshakable knowing that you are here for a reason. Your gifts are like freaking divine dynamite, and together we can do anything. I'll see you in the Abundant Passionpreneur.
Beautiful women. So thank you for tuning into that. Just getting so much joy from watching your shares and everything in the chat. And so we would love to hear from you once again. How does this resonate? So all the words in the video and this picture that is painting about what is actually possible. And we are so joyous to be able to guide you through, because like I say in the video, we used to battle with a ton of, like a fuck ton of, sorry for all the F-bombs. I hope you are resonating. Hopefully you're like cool people and don't get offended by those things. But we have just been through such radical transformation, and our biggest joy right now is guiding women, because I remember back in the days when it took about 4 years from the moment I wanted to start making videos to the moment I actually dared to start sharing. It was like 4 freaking years. And there's just so much that I'm like, fuck, I was losing like years of my life because I was so afraid. And so we are extremely excited to be guiding you through this so that you do not have to spend those like extra silly years, but you can actually create now. And I guarantee you, when you go through this process, 1 year from now, or even 6 months from now, you will not be able to recognize your life. So pop in the chat. Yvette says, yeah, our gifts are divine dynamite. Exactly. Yeah. So this is like time for acceleration, women. Feel good about you now. Could feel good when, yeah, beautiful. Okay, sweet. So with that, we're going to hand it over to Leonie. She's going to guide us through she's going to give us the deeper lowdown about everything that is included in this deepening journey, and just allow yourself to receive this. You are going to love this. We have brought together the business strategies, the spiritual principles, the law of attraction, the quantum flow, the orgasmic practices, and just everything that you need to create your life in this way.
Good. Beautiful. Loving all of the beautiful replies and all of the beautiful interaction here. Okay, so just want to acknowledge that we are right now going into some details for this program. So I'm going to share all of this with you. And after that is when we're going to be going into a very, very powerful manifestation ritual, which is going to be guided by Ronya. So super powerful. I will be in the slides, so if you have any questions, just keep them coming in right on. So I'm going to share my screen with you right now. So just...
Okay, so Leonie is popping over to the slides, and I will be staying here to support all of you.
Okay, so it's all working? Good.
Yes, we're
awesome.
Still on.
Okay, good. So welcome to the Abundant Passionpreneur. So this program is a complete A to Z blueprint for uncovering your deepest passion and creating a highly profitable, soul-based business and epic life you love. So this is a 12-week online masterclass to a life in freedom, sensuality, contribution, and limitless abundance. Limitless abundance. So some of the results from women in this program, just to give you an idea what they got out of this. This is Vanya. She writes, I got over my social media phobia, launched my online course that was sitting inactive for over a year, and almost made 20,000 euros from it. The course provided a great map and manual and have taken years of stumbling around out.
Isabella writes, I've quit my job, got clarity about who I'm serving and why. I'm working more from flow and less overwhelmed when starting new projects. I'm teaching yoga at different venues and events. I'm working one-on-one with people. Soon I'll leave my apartment and start working and traveling full time. Love what Isabella does. She created something incredibly awesome with her Adi Yogini yoga company. So what you'll learn in this course is how to activate your deeper passion and divine flow, and we'll guide you through a process to discover your unique calling. So you'll gain clarity on which passion or project you should be taking on next by determining your sweet spot, which we talked about, and your most desired way of sharing. Very important, as we shared today, key number 1, discovering your unique calling. You'll learn how to turn your passion into profit. So you'll gain practical steps and powerful tools on how to make money doing what you love. Because we get that when you first set out on this path, the whole money-making thing can feel pretty overwhelming and kind of confusing and like, how do I actually do that? So we'll talk about that here. And we'll guide you through a system to discover exactly how to turn your creativity into cash in a way that's both spiritually aligned and financially profitable. And by doing this, a new world of possibilities will start to open up to you because you'll learn how to do it and then do it in a way that feels most aligned and in flow. So this is really the money-making stuff. Then you'll learn how to become unstoppable. So you'll wake up to your limitlessness and enjoy a life of unlimited possibilities. Ronya and I both shared how long it took us to overcome the fear of sharing. Here, we will help you decode any of those limiting beliefs and embody unshakable confidence so you can actually start moving forward in doing what you love. This is so freaking powerful about this course. Yes, once again, start effortlessly creating through our revolutionary mindset shift. Really, taking off any pressure and finally make stepping into your mission effortless and fun, even if you're not sure yet what your mission is. You will also learn, how to become location independent. So we'll share specific ways to make the world your playground and paradise your home. Now, this is optional. This is only if you desire to travel the world doing what you love. If you prefer to be in one place, that's totally cool, but we will share this. Lastly, magnetic manifestation, fierce feminine flow, and embodied intuition. Stop following the external rules of how business is supposed to be done, whatever that means, and show and inspire the world that the feminine flow and power is the essential ingredient of any kind of business. And this is something Ronja and I are so passionate about. So what you'll get in this course is 9 modules that will, as it says, make you a passionate, vibrant, soul-driven, money-making girl. Module number 1 is the first one that we're starting off with. Here, we will really dive into discovering and stepping into your mission. Module 2, we will give you specific strategies on how to make money, and we will go deep into overcoming limiting money beliefs. Module number 3, here you will learn everything about how to build your tribe and authentically connect with her so you can really go beyond old techniques and make an authentic difference. And as you know, the more you can make a difference and be there for someone, the more money you can make in a way that feels good. Module number 4, your free gifts to the world. Here we will share with you how to position yourself as an expert through your free gifts. Module 5, designing your paid products and programs. Okay, so here we're really going to go into the practical stuff on how to create beautiful products and programs that you love to make and your customer loves to pay you for. So this is that sweet spot place. So blah, blah, blah. The sweet spot is your G-spot place that Ronja talked about, where we're going to be diving deep into generating from a place that feels good. We'll also help you get out of overwhelm and actually start doing this in a way that's easy, really well guided and aligned. Module 6 will go even deeper into all of that, designing your paid products and programs. Module 7 is project management, the sexy way, and juicy productivity hacks. So screw how business is supposed to be done and step into quantum flow and in like this incredible space where you can manifest so easily, and stuff that used to overwhelm you now finally becomes easy. So this is the secret to what makes both of us so productive. And you can learn that too. Module 8, list building. So this is the place where you will learn how to stay in touch with your tribe. This is a very, very important module, and you'll find more about that when you sign up for this program. Module 9 is one of my favorites. It's heart and soul connected selling, where you'll learn how to authentically connect with your customers and turn your selling into a spiritual transformational service. Also, we're really going to help you overcome that fear of selling here. So to really do it in a way that feels aligned. Okay, 3 powerful bonus modules come with this.
Just want to check in with you women before we go on to the bonus modules. How many of you would love to live location independent and travel the world sharing your gifts and go from overwhelm into clarity and inspired aligned action and everything else that Leonie shared about? So how many of you would love to be able to do all of that? Just let us know in the chat.
That is
okay,
such
cool. Getting a lot of yeses. Beautiful. Okay, continue, Leonie.
Okay, very good.
Yes, awesome. Beautiful. Yay. Okay, great. So one does not want to travel the world. That's perfect. Cool. That's not for everybody. That's why we're checking. Cool. But getting a lot of yeses. Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay, cool. Yes. And Yvonne, we'll just come to you. We'll just come to you where you are in the world. Okay, Leonie, let's take it away. Module 10.
Okay, so on top of this, module number 10, we will share how to create websites, opt-in and landing pages. So here you'll learn everything you need to know on how to set up your website, from practical tech tips to all of the best practices through something called a simple, sexy site system. So if any of you has ever felt overwhelmed with your website, just drop a, oh my God, yes, in the chat. And this is really, it doesn't have to be difficult. Here we'll share with you how to make it easy. Then we also have module 11, just tapping into the art of manifestation. Now, this is a sexy crash course where you'll go way, way deeper into all of that quantum flow stuff that Ronja was talking about before. Really have you gain deep trust in life, in the art of being in the right place at the right time and seeing perfection in everything, no matter what. So we'll really be diving even deeper into that here. Module 12, becoming unstoppable. Okay, now who of you ever feels held back by your mind, right? This is the stuff we were talking about before. Here we are really going to shift all of that and give you the tools you need and the stuff we personally use to stay grounded and make sure we can fully live our mission. You'll also get access to weekly live Q&A group coaching calls. Okay, so who is loving the call right now? I know I so love being on with all of you here live. Like for me, this is one of the things that makes me feel alive. It's the lifeblood. It's so magical. And during this program, we will do this weekly. So on a weekly basis, you get to have access to this incredible tribe. Ask us all your questions, and we really give you our best tips here during this. And also, I mean, this is so amazing, is the Love Tribe community. When you join this program, and this is something we're really proud of, you get access to an incredible community of awesome women that really are committed to the next level version of themselves. They are all committed to fully living their passion, and they are all committed to making a difference, doing what they love, becoming, really their fullest magnetic selves. So that's an incredible tribe of women all being there to support each other. And this is a really nice picture of one of the many meetups that women had after the Abundant Passionpreneur Academy. And this is just so beautiful. Meeting up, inspiring with each other, sharing, exchanging, holding space for each other's dreams. And that's really something that's possible through this program, where we get a bunch of amazing women up to something powerful together. So I'm getting a question here from Yvonne. How much more time here? I thought it would be 1.5 hours. Yeah, just want to acknowledge that we are right now at exactly 1.5 hours. So if you do need to go, this is then we're going to say goodbye here. Thank you so much for being here. And otherwise, you can stay on. If you need to leave, you're welcome to watch the replay later on. Okay, now you've seen the program. So if you're ready to start living your passion and create a highly profitable, fully aligned, soul-based business and life you love. So who's feeling some bubbles in their belly as they are listening to this and as they're getting all of this incredible stuff coming up? So just give me a little hands up. You can give me some hearts or like, yay, in the chat if you're feeling some bubbly feelings in your body as you're listening to this. Now you might be wondering, if you're getting those bubbles, what is the investment of this course? Well, just to give you a little bit of an idea, Ronja and I have each invested $100,000 total minimum on personal development courses, business courses, a lot of stuff. I'm not even going to mention it all, to really get us to the place where we are now. I'm loving all of your hearts in the chat, by the way. Just to give you an idea what our investment has been. And so I want to share with you the value of the course so you really get what it is that we're offering. First off, those core 9 modules that we talk about, we value those at $5,000. And we're not kidding there, they are very comprehensive. Now here's what Mia shared. She said, after the first module, I said to my friends, if I'm not getting anything more than this, it was already worth it. So that really shares something about what we are delivering in this course. It's very deep, it's very valuable. Now those bonus modules, making websites, becoming unstoppable, the art of manifestation, are $897 because we value each of these at $297. They are a full-on session where you learn everything you know to know about each of these topics. The weekly live Q&A group coaching calls. Now you might be surprised to see $7,000 here, but honestly, that is really what we value it at. So this is really the gold. As you notice right here, we're present with you right now during the chat and in this live webinar. And this is so, so powerful, where we get to connect with you one-on-one and you get to ask us your questions. So Mia said, I especially love the live sessions. Ronja and Leonie really gave their everything and more, totally pouring it out. I got some of my biggest value out of them. Susanna writes, I loved being able to ask questions, feeling their presence and getting high vibe answers. It made all the difference and provided so much clarity. And lastly, Janie, I love the super feminine flow and sensual embodiments throughout the live webinars. Thank you so much for making it super inspiring and delicious. Okay, so the Love Tribe community is of course priceless because honestly, how could you put a price on something like this? It's just, I can't even give a name to that. It would be crazy to do that, but it's so incredibly valuable. Like the meetings and the connections and the collaborations that have come from this course are amazing. And by the way, loneliness in this world of working online is actually one of the causes of severe depression. And when we actually connect with each other and we support each other on our mission, it just creates a whole new world. Like literally, it's very, very powerful. So the total value of this course is at $15,172. So that's all of everything that we talked about combined. Now, that's not what we're charging for this course, just so you know. So don't worry if you're like, oh my gosh, that's so much money, I could never pay for it. We will not be charging that for it.
And like we said, this is also when we're leveraging this, we can touch many women at the same time. We can actually cut the price from 15,000 down to, Leonie, what is it?
Well, at first we were thinking of charging $2,997 because honestly, that is a price that would feel good. And if you look at some of the courses that are being offered out there, like some of them that offer this stuff start at like $10,000, and we're not kidding. So this was a price that felt good, $2,997. However, we've decided that for the Live Your Passion Challenge participants only, and for everyone who's here at this webinar right now, you can actually get started today and you can join us, not for $2,997, but for $297 with 6 monthly payments. Or if you want to make one full payment, that would be $1,597. So that is $1,597. And this saves you, when you do a single payment, $185. So you want to get clear for yourself on exactly what is the right way for you. So you can get into this program for $297, which, by the way, is approximately 240 euros. So you know, so you can get started right now with only 240 euros. Or with, if you want to do a full payment, with approximately 1,300 euros. So it depends a little bit on the exchange rate. So it's actually very little for this course, for what we're offering. Now, if you're ready to join us, you can go to the abundantpassionpreneur.com and you can find out more details there. You can watch the welcome video once again and read through everything there, everything you need to know. But here's the really cool thing. We're not just offering it to you for a super discounted price. We've also asked ourselves, okay, how can we really set these women up for success and really equip them so that they can really take this to the next level and accelerate their journey and not be stuck like super long with all of this. So first module, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, I just wanted to add, women, that the entire point as well, and what we guarantee in this, is that you will not only make back the money that you invest in the program, but many, many, many times over. I've done this so many times myself where I pay, say, 10,000 or 2,000 or whatever for a training, and then I implement what I learn, and I make 10 times that or 100 times that. And we will guide you very specifically into how to do that as well. So this is just like a small investment into a lifetime of just making any kind of money that you desire. So just know that that is our commitment to you as well. Okay, Leonie, take it away.
Love that. Thank you so much for adding that in, babe. Okay, so we also have some awesome bonus modules, and this is the first one. So many women want to start sharing themselves through camera, but they feel a bit camera shy, or like, oh, I want to start making awesome videos, but I don't know exactly how to do it yet, or I just feel a little bit stuck. Shine on Camera is an awesome bonus module that's created by Ronja, and I will actually be adding in some parts to this as well to make it even more amazing. This is so cool because here you learn everything you need to know to start creating your own awesome videos. So this is all the way from setup to scripting, you know, like we said, overcoming the shyness, but also all of the tech, all of the tips, like all of the gear and all of the tantric extras to get you rocking with this. So this is a full-on module that we value at $349 value. So you get access to that as well. You will also get our bonus module called Restful Sleep and Waking Up Energized. So here we will share our personal morning routine, best sleeping practices, sleeping hacks, what to do to feel empowered in the morning, and how to get out of bed when you just don't want to. So this bonus module is valued at $199 on its own. This is a really cool one as well. And you're also going to get access to this. This is a bonus interview that we have done with an incredible woman called Tara Isis. She is the co-creator of the Wild Woman Sisterhood. Now, I don't know if you know this, but basically, this is a Facebook page that shares incredible, super inspiring stuff. And they have a following of 1,500,000 women. So how do I even say that? 1.5 million. So you're going to learn from her exactly how she's done that in that bonus module. So we've added that in because we figured you could get a lot of powerful knowledge from her. And I'm imagining that this might be very inspiring for some of you. So this is a $349 value. Next off is manifest your wildest dreams with visualization. So I don't know if you've done day 1 of the Live Your Passion Challenge and you've noticed how powerful it was. In this module, you will learn from the creator of that session, which is actually my love, Clement Thomas. And this will really help you to manifest your dreams at hyper speed and have your reality and your vision become more and more blurry to the point where you literally can't see the difference between them anymore. Very powerful module. You'll also get access to this module. This is so cool. We talked about heart-based marketing. In this module, you will learn how to activate your inner magnet and master the energetics of marketing. This is really where you can learn and tap into becoming an expert receiver and embody that sales magician without fear in a way that feels aligned, that you're designed to be, where you can really start making a difference and seeing sales as a high expression of your soul-aligned service. So this is an awesome bonus module taught by this incredible Sydney Campos, and she will be guiding you exactly into how to start mastering your marketing in a way that feels good. This has a $333 value, this bonus. I'm just curious, oh my, and there's another surprise coming here. Just curious how you're feeling in the chat and if this is something that you feel excited about. Okay, we're getting so many yeses. I love this page in Tara. Isn't Tara super awesome? I love what she's up to. Let me know if there's any specific bonus module that you are feeling really excited about. And if there's anything specifically that resonates with you here. Okay, now you might be wondering, okay, well, this is all cool and it's going to be online and I love online courses, but I love meeting up with women live. And that's why we have a very, very cool surprise. And we're so excited to be sharing this with you because this is the first time we're actually ever adding this in. So when you're joining the Abundant Passionpreneur, you have the opportunity to join us for free for a 3-day live event in Amsterdam. The Abundant Goddess Live Immersion. So this is an incredible opportunity to dive deep, immerse yourself with amazing women without distractions, laser focus on your growth, up-leveling your system, and really feeling the group vibe on a much, much, much deeper level. We're so freaking excited about this. This is something we're so looking forward to doing. And you get free access to this when you join the Abundant Passionpreneur, which is super duper awesome. And we just can't wait to do this. Okay, so you'll learn here, because this is live, we will be able to do a lot of body-based practices that will really help you ingrain your learnings on a much deeper level. So you'll learn, for instance, orgasmic breathwork for manifestation. You'll learn embodied coaching for radiance and presence, how to stay grounded and aligned, even if you're feeling shaky. Next off, pussy skills for sensual productivity. So how to really use your orgasmicness to manifest the life you want. This is included in the Abundant Passionpreneur program for free if you join us. And we'll do a lot of amazing things in those 3 days. They will be very, very powerful. You'll really learn how to create from masculine and feminine energy. And we'll have really nice chocolate too. So it's going to be awesome. Now you can really see this as a combined business retreat, a live mastermind, and a sensual upgrade for the rest of your life. And we're so stoked about this. Now this event will be happening in Amsterdam from the 17th until the 19th of June. And you're welcome to join us when you join the Abundant Passionpreneur 100% for free. Actually, I do think there's one charge for $97, which is for catering and location, which you'll be charged when you sign up. So just so you know that, but that's totally optional. And this is a $1,297 value. So this program is almost as valuable as like the entire course. Now, if you can't make it for some reason, then that's totally fine. You'll simply be able to use that credit and you can join us again next time live. But if you can, you want to be there. So I'm just really curious, who is excited about that? And I'm getting so many exciting reactions. Super excited to learn about orgasmic breathwork for manifestation. Ursula says, I am. Yay! Wonderful. Beautiful. Love hearing your excitement. Okay, good. So with that brings actually the total value of the course to $18,774. And you're getting access to all of this. So that is the core 9 modules, the live event, the $5,000 bonus, and all of these things. And that is all included for that 6 monthly payments of $297 or the one single payment of $1,597. And the cool thing is, I just got a note here for my love. So just got to check in with something here. Okay, now some of you might be wondering what actually happens next. And I see a lot of questions from some of you. So either Ronja will answer them in the chat or afterwards, after we've done the manifestation ritual, I will take all the time we need to answer all of your questions. Okay, so what happens next after this? You will go to theabundantpassionpreneur.com. There you choose your payment option. So either $297 times 6 or the single payment of $1,597. So you got to figure out which one works best for you. Then you get to this beautiful page and you get to enter all of your details. On the side, you can see again what you're buying, enter all your stuff, and then you click right here. By the way, if you don't have a bank account, if you don't have a credit card, you will find a button right here, which is not visible right now, but you will find it. And then you will be able to click that and make a bank payment. Then you will get a page where you can pay that $97 to register yourself for the live event so that you can join us there. This covers catering and location. And then there's the option for you, which you'll get some more information on that page, to upgrade. So you can do VIP laser coaching with both of us, which is an additional $500, if I'm correct, available after purchase. Actually, I'm not sure if it's $500. It might be 500 euros, but you'll find it out on that page with all the information you need. So this is optional and very powerful if you want to move forward and like really take things to the next level. Now you'll get one session with each of us for that, which are 2 total sessions, which are about business, love, sex, relationships, health, joy, or anything that currently feels important to you. This is really if you want to really manifest and accelerate on like the next level. Then you will get, after you've done all of this, you filled all of this in, you're going to get this beautiful welcome email with the gorgeous Ronja, right here, welcoming you. And you'll get to this page where you will be welcomed into the program. And then with that, you'll be an abundant passionpreneur for life. So meaning you can actually join us again and again and again for free. So that's pretty awesome. You don't just have to do all of this right now, but you actually get to follow up on this later on as well when this would serve you better. Let's say that somehow something happens. I don't know, you get sick or whatever, or you meet a lover, whatever you're going to do. Don't worry about that, because this is so cool about our program. You're in for life. And you actually will have access to all of the content and all of the upgrades again and again and again. So every time we're going to go live all over, you will get to have this whole live experience all over again. So that doesn't include the live event, but it includes the entire online experience, which is really, really powerful. And the smartest women, of course, do this again live every single time. And it's all included for the same price, so that's all for free. Also, it's 100% risk-free. So you will get, a 60-day money-back guarantee. And why are we doing this? Because Ronja and I are so freaking committed to quality, like you have no idea. We are next level deliverers. And we really want to make sure that this is actually going to make a difference for you, because that's the whole goal we created this entire course. So if for some reason you are doing the course, you've done the work, and you're still not satisfied, you can simply send us your homework and we'll give you the money back right away, no questions asked. So just so you know. By the way, so far, no woman has ever asked for it. That says a little bit of something. But just so you know, it's risk-free. Also, we are a partner of an organization called Free a Girl India. So this is an incredible organization that works with girls who are forced to prostitute themselves. And this company, I don't think it's a company, this organization takes them out of that prostitution and supports them with food, care, and whatever they need, basically, so they can heal, grow, and just live a life of freedom. So this is something that's very, very important to us to also support like this. Now, there is also a super fast action bonus. So if you are like, yeah, I'm going to do this, then you want to book before midnight, because when you do that, you will get access to an additional masterclass bonus called the Make Money Fast Masterclass. This is an awesome masterclass that is going to be taught by Ronja. And I'm not sure, I might actually be on there myself as well. You want to say something about this?
Absolutely. I'm so excited about this and it's kind of magical, because there's been a number of you women, and I feel so much for you. There's been a number of you women who are writing in the chat that you feel super called to do this, but that you don't have the money, that kind of money right now, and listing the different things that are happening in your life. And I'm really, really happy that you're actually writing this, because this is one of the things that I see women are held back with, is the idea that reality is fixed, or the reality is a certain way. And so I have done this so many times where I want to do something so badly, and I just feel like, well, if I just look at the current number in my bank account at that time, so this is like earlier in my life when I didn't have as much money, and rather than going, oh, so I can't afford that, or I can't do this, then my question has always been, well, how can I afford it? And I might post a video in the Facebook group for the Live Your Passion Challenge as well, where I'm talking about exactly this. How can I afford it? Which is when you open up for that flow. Because if you say to life, I don't have the money, then life will respond to you and be like, well, there's plenty of money in the world, but this woman says that she wants to have the experience of no money. And so that is what is being reflected to you in your reality. But from the perspective of infinity, everything is literally possible. And to give you one example, some years ago with my partner at the time, we really wanted to go to a Tantra retreat that was like a couple of €1,000 for 1 week. And we didn't have the money currently. And so we wrote this whole thing to them where we were like, can we get a discount? Can we do a payment plan? Can we do like volunteering and trading and like all sorts of things? And we were like super creative, and they just wrote back like, nope, that's not in the flow. You pay or you don't come. And we were like, huh. But then after getting over our initial like feeling offended, we were like, well, what can we do? And we just got together and we got the idea to start offering really beautiful 4 hands massage sessions. And we started doing that, and we not only made the money that was needed for the course, but way, way more than that. And we continued making so much more money with this over the 3 years that followed after this. And this is one example of many, but one of my skills in coaching sessions, as well as in group coaching, is guiding people into a place where you can begin to make money fast, where it's like, the opportunity was there the whole time, you just didn't see it before. And so one of my joys is guiding you into that, where the question is, well, what can you create and how can you afford it? And this is where you start tapping into this personal power and creativity, where you're never limited by money or external circumstance, and allowing that to dictate what you can or cannot do. And so this is bringing that creative power back into your hands in a way that's also really fun and playful. It kind of ties into the whole like how it can happen thing that we also did in the Live Your Passion Challenge, but you're going to love this one. So that is when you book by midnight today. So if this is for you, then just see what you can do. Like, could you even like borrow it from somebody or do something creative that just enables you to even just get the first payment of the 6 months, and then as we go through, you'll just keep on making more and more and more money, and then it will just pay for itself. So just see what can you creatively do, ideally before midnight, such that you can either do the full thing or just the first payment. And again, if you think it sucks, you have 60-day complete money back guarantee, so there's nothing to lose. The only thing that can happen is that you begin to up level and create so much more time and money freedom for you in your life. So Solange says, I'm touched, Rania. Okay, it's 1 hour to midnight here. Okay, so we're talking midnight Amsterdam time, right, Leonie? We're talking midnight Amsterdam time. So right now, what time is it in Amsterdam?
We're talking midnight Amsterdam time, and at the same time, we are talking midnight Amsterdam time. Yeah, talking midnight Amsterdam time.
So how many more hours are we talking?
3.
3 more hours. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Danielle is already thinking, how can I organize it so I can afford it? You'd be surprised, it's like, God, and there's so many trillions of dollars in circulation in the world. There is absolutely no reason for why you would need to live in a reality where less than $300 would feel like, oh, I cannot do that. That is like not the kind of life that you should be living. And so if that's the case for you, then yeah, you basically need it all the more. Like you saw, Vanya, when she put her online course up and she made 20,000. And so the thing is, like, the way I see it, if you pay a couple of thousand for something and you make 20 or 200, that is a smart investment. If you pay a sum of money and you don't do anything, then yeah, probably not such a good idea. But this is the thing, is like you're actually here because you want to be creating. And so if it calls you, then it's for you. So cool. So Sarah's asking about the time commitment. About 1.5 to 2 hours per week for the core training, plus whatever it is that you want to implement. And so that is just up to you. When you start getting creative, you can spend any number of hours on it, but it's really, really, really up to you. And you will also have a lot of time freed up when you're doing this. And you have access for a lifetime, so you can take it as a pace that really, really works for you. All right, guys. So, okay, Daniela, if that's the case for you, it's 1/3 of your monthly income, then you definitely need this program. You'll make so much more than that before you know it. Okay, Leonie, so giving it back to you.
Wonderful. Good. Okay, so this is a super awesome masterclass that is going to be added if you join us before tonight. So just so that you know that, if you want it, now is your chance. Please join us. This is going to be awesome. Okay, so there's an inspiring video that I would love to show you just to give you some inspiration about what women are actually getting out of this program. So Ronja, could you please insert right here the testimonial video? Or actually, maybe I can even do it myself. No, I can't do it from here. Oh, wait, you know what? I can.
Yep, I'm doing it right now, love. I'm doing it already.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. So this is less than 2 minutes, and this gives you a beautiful overview of the kind of experiences that women had from last year's Abundant Passionpreneur. And all these women will also be your co-travelers. We had 60 women join last year. They will all be your co-travelers for this one. And so they'll be part of your tribe. So let's go.
After the first module, I said to my friends, if I'm not getting anything more than this, it already was worth it.
I live in Belgium.
From Australia.
Ibiza.
In Brazil.
I had doubts. I was like, my life is so busy right now. Like, I'm a single mom, 2 kids.
I had 2,000 euros left. I didn't have a plan.
Every cell of my body was shouting, go for it. Just do it.
I've opened my YouTube channel.
I started with my live events.
I'm able to structure all the things. I even got like coaching clients.
I created 2 online programs, doubled the participants and the money that we now receive, traveled to Bali and to Australia, to California.
I'm being able to slow down and relax, be with my kids when they really need me.
I'm living together with the man of my dreams.
I'm able to manifest anything I want.
It was just so much more than I expected. Like, I would just laugh looking back thinking that that was a lot of money.
It's a very rich program.
I could follow the whole course and really stay connected and do the tasks and do everything over the whole time. Just because of the whole energy, how they sustain it is amazing and really drives you.
There's so many pleasure exercises that keep you alive and keep you going.
Everything that I've applied have proven to elevate everything that I've been offering.
You have a huge network to tap into instantly.
These women, these amazing women.
They see your strengths. It is really tapping into your creative energy.
Embracing the freaking feminine power.
You should definitely join this program.
I wouldn't hesitate joining again.
Come and join the party. Come and join the beautiful life that can be created if you open yourself up to it.
See you online.
Okay, welcome back. So let us know in the chat how that resonates. We're so deeply grateful for these incredibly beautiful women. Okay, so our lady is asking, I already got in on the course. Can I join in the Make Money Fast course? So excited to get going. Of course, absolutely. So all of you, so that I know that there's a bunch of women who are already in, of course, you are also invited to the Make Money Fast course. It was just one thing that we were noticing, that there were so many women having these questions about what I really want to do it, but I don't have the money. And so we're like, well, let's throw in a Make Money Fast bonus masterclass that we're going to do. I don't know exactly what day, but I think it's next week already. So we're starting like really soon, even before we start the program. And Helena is asking, when does the first module start? We're going to take a whole bunch of Q&A, but Leona, maybe you can just mention when the first module is starting, and then we'll continue from there and move into the manifestation practice as well.
So the dates are right here. The program will start on May 7 and last until August 15. Definitely May 7, we're starting. And the pre-party doors will open on April 30. Each week, we're going to have a live masterclass, which you can attend live or watch through the replay, because we're going to carefully re-recording all of them, and like we've shared right here. And you're going to have access to them for a lifetime, so you can always revisit the content and follow the course at your own pace. Like we shared, you will make way more money if you follow this program. You'll become more balanced and healthier by taking the feminine embodied approach. We're offering a pretty mad discount here, because really this program is crazy pants value with everything that is included. And as an abundant passionpreneur, like we said, you get access to all future offerings. So all the rounds and all of the upgrades. And this program is exclusively offered 2 times per year at maximum. So if you're like, I like it, let me do it in 3 weeks from now, not going to happen. We might even only do it once this year. So it's either now or in a year from now, maybe, if we're going to be doing it again. So just a little overview. The fast action bonus of the Make Money Fast bonus expires tonight, and total registration ends Saturday, May 5 at midnight. So you can go to the Abundant Passionpreneur and book your spot there to still get in on the bonus modules, the one for tonight, the Make Money Fast bonus. So with that, I know there's a bunch of questions, and I am going to answer all of them. We will stay on later on for anywhere between 15 to however long we need to answer your cues. But for now, we're going to go into a manifestation ritual that Ronja will be guiding. So, Ronja?
Yes. Perfect. Leonie, beautiful to have you back with your beautiful face as well. Oh, women, I feel so grateful. So super grateful. Okay, great. Daniela's about to confirm a big project that can pay for this. Okay, cool. So let's just connect in personally with you, see what we can do. But basically, yes, it happens so tonight before midnight. But let's just, I am a firm believer that everything is figureoutable and everything is possible. So just connect in with us personally. We'll need to get a little bit more creative with this. And yeah, but I'm loving your creativity, because you've already gone from like, oh, I can't do it, to be like, actually, it's pretty cool. This client just showed up and this is happening. And so you see how it's like already starting to happen even as we speak. And a lady is sharing, I'm actually making money while I'm watching this webinar. And so yeah, beautiful. So yeah, everything is figureoutable. If it calls you, it's the right thing to do. And so with that, we're moving into our practice together. So allowing your shoulders to roll a few times, forwards, up, back, and down. And then allow your shoulder blades to rest down into your back, opening your heart, opening your chest. And taking a few deep breaths, you can close your eyes for this, where you breathe in both your physical body as well as your energy body. So your physical boundaries into the energy field around you, and once again connecting in with all of the women from all over the world who are tuning in around our planet. And just knowing that every significant person that you've ever met in your life, there was a point when you didn't know them. Every opportunity that's come to you in your life, there was a point when you, every love relationship that you ever had, it was a point when you didn't yet. And so life keeps on bringing things to you in the most magical ways, especially when you begin to open up to everything that we have been sharing. I have gone from like having no money and hitchhiking around as a way of traveling to be able to live in the most beautiful locations in the entire world. I went from being suicidal into feeling unstoppable, and we can guide you to do the same. So super, super grateful for this opportunity. Okay, so with this, bring your hands together in front of your heart and begin to rub your palms together. So creating some heat in between your hands. And this is a great way to release energy too, so take some deep breaths with us. Feeling that aliveness in your hands. And as you're doing this, begin to feel the extension of your hands and how the energy that you're generating is actually sending sparks out into the universe, like a kind of quantum butterfly effect. And then from here, begin to slow this down and separate your palms slightly. And become aware of that density in the air between your hands, the tingling that you feel in your palms. Great. And then bring your hands together in front of you like a cup and take a few really deep breaths into your body, where you breathe into your intention for being here and everything that you want to create in this lifetime. And you breathe out into your hands, so just exhaling it into your hands, breathing into your intention, your love, your devotion, what you're here to create, and breathing out into your hands. Let's do that one more time. Deep breath in and breathing out, effortlessly saying that out. And then from here, separating your hands out to the sides. You can even stretch them out as far as you can if you want, just feeling that openness of your body. Holding your hands with palms facing upwards and imagining and feeling in your left hand that you're holding your gift, your unique gift, your mission, your calling, your purpose for this lifetime, and everything that you're here to create. And so this includes everything that you're currently aware of, as well as everything that you are going to create in your life. And so imagine yourself 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, everything you're going to create, place that in your left hand and feel the energetic presence of this. So tapping into that future timeline as well. Knowing that you are transforming all the time and so much is possible. And in your right hand, place all of the people and all of the ones that you are going to touch through your gift. And so feeling 10, 20, 100, 1,000, 10,000 people, 1,000,000 people or more in your right hand. So everybody that you're going to directly or indirectly, through the ripple effects, touch with your gift. And then send a ray of light, like a beam of light, a golden ray of light, from your left hand to your right hand, connecting your gift to all the people that are going to receive this. And as you're allowing this energetic connection to grow stronger between your two hands, more and more people are gathering and more gifts are gathering as well. And then from this place, begin to raise your hands above your head and bring your hands slowly together. So bring your hands slowly together, feeling that space condense between your gift and all the people that you're here to serve, until they meet fully above your head. And take a breath and feel just that openness of possibilities. Just imagine how many people are on planet Earth right now, how much money is on planet Earth right now, even the possibilities through outer space. God knows what we're going to create and experience in this lifetime. Who knows what is possible? Teleportation, space travel, we just don't know. Just feeling that open space of possibilities. Open space of possibilities. Taking another deep breath in here. And then when you exhale, allow your hands to gently come apart and lower your hands down. And you can either bring your hands into the energy field, or if you want to, you can brush down with very soft hands, sensitive fingers, stroking, caressing down your body and allowing this to breathe and saturate and integrate into your cells on a deep, energetic, and physical level. Let's do that one more time. Deep breath in, stretching up. And breathing out, lowering your hands down in the energy field or touching your body. And slowing down your breath and your movements even more, becoming fully present. Once again, knowing that at some point you were just an infinite soul, then coming into through the womb into this world. And now here you are as this powerful creator. And things are about to up level tremendously even more. And so with that, if your eyes are still closed, and you're warmly welcome to, when you're ready, to open them. And as you open your eyes, see if you can perceive with this wide vision of seeing the quantum flow and the quantum state of reality, that everything that seems solid is actually just vibration and energy. Energy is shooting through space, through the internet, through these images and transmissions that you're getting, and everything is connected through this energetic field of consciousness that you are a part of. And when you're ready to move your fingers again, feel free to share anything that came to you in the chat, or how you are experiencing this, how this was for you, so that we know. I feel deeply connected to you, women. It's kind of strange to be sitting here in front of a computer and talking to a screen, but I do feel tremendous connection, and so appreciate everything that you have been sharing in the chat. Beautiful. And so this, beautiful women, marks the completion of our training. I know we went longer than planned, but this feels like it's been incredibly useful. You know, we spend so much time doing things that don't matter, and this is pretty much the time of like a movie. And so this is the kind of movie that you're watching that can really change your life and that you are part of creating. So I'm getting a lot of yeses here. I'm so open and wide and excited, feeling very relaxed and happy. Thank you for this exercise. This was awesome. Feel my heart so clear and beating. Yeah, our beating heart's amazing, eh? It's like inner drum beat that keeps us going. Thank you so much for everything you do. Oh, nice to hear it's from some more women I haven't shared in a while. So much gratitude. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, beautiful. So we feel that this has been tremendously beautiful to share this time with you. We're excited to dive in deeper and to guide you, all you women, to start making money, to start making an impact, and to start just creating everything that you want in life. This is what we are living for. Super, super excited. So now we are going to just check in if there are any questions at all. Again, knowing that your intuition, your guidance is the one that you should really, really trust. Everything else is just like the mind needing to get on board with some things. And we are going to, if you have the questions about how can I afford it, then I will post a video in the Live Your Passion Challenge group about that exact question. And then the rest of it will be answered and also strategically moved into action in the Make Money Fast Masterclass. So we will not really go into that anymore right now, but if you have any other questions, then we are here to answer that. Yvonne says, feels so special. Thanks, happy to hear you. Beautiful. Danielle says, very strong connection. Thank you so much for tonight. Feeling very inspired. So much love. Beautiful. Gratitude and love. Okay. So
So with that, for all of you who need to leave right now, thank you so much for being on. We will still be here for another 15 approximately minutes to answer any questions that might pop up. And with that, I am going to just open my slides again because I have some specific questions that we get answered pretty much every time. And I want to share some images with you so that you are going to see it. The program will start on May 7 and last until July 15. So I just saw that question pop up. So just so you know, we're starting on May 7, pre-party doors opening up April 30 with our first Make Money Fast Masterclass. And then let me take you through some specific questions that I see are being asked a lot. So first one that pops up often is, I don't know what my passion is yet. Is this program right for me? So yes, definitely. It is 100%. So remember, that is really why we have module number 1. Here you are going to learn, like really, we're going to step into discovering your calling and your biggest gift to the world through a guided process. So even if you're not sure yet on what it is exactly, what the form would be, if you know that there is something that you want to share, you know you want to live this kind of life, we will guide you exactly here on how to get clear on that. So you don't need to worry about that at all. Here's some experiences from women. Eve shares, I finally know what to do. And this was specifically after she did that module. She said, and the best thing is I know exactly what to do for the last few years. That's what Eve shared. Carola shared, I got my calling clearer and I finally started seeing a path to realize the life that I always wanted. She said, this is more, she says over here, I highly recommend it to people who are willing to change their lives, even if you're not exactly sure on what you're offering yet. Annika says, I'm now aware of what I have to offer and I'm not holding it back from offering it to people. And Dominique writes, I love what this program has given me, the intuition-driven approach that has been cultivated and honed throughout the process. I have begun to really dig into what I want my life to look like and how the business can support this instead of the other way around. I value myself more and I have a clearer vision of how I want to do business. So another one is, but I don't have the money. Will this be worth it? So this is something that we're going to address in the video that Ronja will be sharing. And maybe we could even share a video to YouTube link right here so that women will be able to see it already. So, but just some experiences so that you have an idea of women what they get out of the program. So Annika shares, when I joined the Abundant Passionpreneur, I had 2,000 euros left. I didn't have a plan. I kept on trusting life. And now, 1 year later, I'm living together with the man of my dreams. I've moved country. I'm living in a beautiful, abundant house with a back garden and a sauna, a hot tub, a studio, a lounge corner, and we are facilitating retreats and long-term programs. I would not hesitate joining again. So just so you know, I'm reading the full quote from a note here that I have because it's a bit too much to put on the screen. So that's Annika. Then Mia writes, I would just laugh looking back, thinking that was a lot of money. The program unlocked a significant upgrade in how I relate to figures and money, and I now charge more for all of my services. I have also relaxed in spending more. Susanna writes, the program was worth much more than the amount I paid. It's very rich. I traveled to Bali, Australia, and California and created 2 online programs, one while traveling, and doubled my profits in my live workshops. Vanya writes, this event was so worth it. I finally overcame my social media phobia, got myself in gear and inspired, and launched my online course that was sitting inactive for over a year, and I made almost 20,000 euros from it. So that answers the questions. If you feel like you're wondering, is this going to be worth it? Another question we often get is, what if I'm not into marketing? Well, that's kind of cleared out already during this call. But just to give you a little bit of a perspective, here's what Isabella shared. She said, it radically changed my vision on entrepreneurship and marketing. I'm so grateful that I now know of the alternative ways and exactly how to reach other people. This really resonates with me and feels much more natural for me to do than the stuff classic marketing books recommend. And Carola writes, before I thought it's the devil, and now I can see it from the other side. Super helpful to share my message with the world and actually earn the money that I've always wanted to make. But I don't have the time. So Jamie writes, I was afraid of not having enough time to actually do the course, as I knew I would have a busy summer ahead. My head was also on overload when I signed up. It was just before packing bags, finishing projects, and flying to Europe for 100 days with my kids. I am glad I followed my impulse and did sign up very last minute. I have a much clearer vision of where I want to head to. And now I am able to spend more time with my kids. It's very powerful. Now, another question we often get is how much time will I need? So that is anywhere between 1.5 hours up until as much time as you want to put in. So, and even if you don't have the time right now, but you do want to get another program, you can still join us. And as a matter of fact, you should, because it won't open for another year. So you have lifetime access. So in reality, you can do this whenever you want to, and you will have all the time you need. Now, if you want to follow the program as we're going to be going live and the modules will be released, you'll need approximately 1.5 hours per week up until limitlessness here, right? So as much time as you want to put into it to implement everything and also join the Q&A calls. Another question that I saw pop by just before was, is this course for women of all ages? Well, absolutely. So your life is now, regardless of what age you are. So we have some incredible women in this program who might actually be on live with us right now, who have earned great money and or have had great experiences and breakthroughs throughout our program. So we have a very diverse audience, and there's no age limit to this whatsoever. Daniela asks, how is the course material being transferred? Videos, guided meditations, text to read? Great question, Daniela. We have videos, so you'll receive videos from each of the modules every week. We, in those videos, have also some embodiment practices, and we have a playbook that comes with every single module. So in the playbook, you have basically really nicely written out, laid out exactly what we're covering in that video so that you can just like read it all back really nicely. So you're getting videos and playbooks, and then during the live sessions we will definitely be doing meditations. So yes, a lot of body-based connecting stuff. So basically all of the things that you described. Okay, let me just see if there are any other questions that I'm coming in. Okay, how do you pay if you don't have a credit card? If you don't have a credit card, you can simply also go to our site, abundantpassionpreneur.com, and when you go to the registration page there, you will get all of the information on how to actually make a credit card payment.
Bank transfer.
A bank transfer, says my corrector in the background. So everything is set up for you nicely right there. Okay, so this is just a little overview right here on this slide. Full registration ends Saturday, May 5. Both of these are at midnight. And if you book before tonight, you will get access to the Make Money Fast course. So if you want to get in on that, you want to do that ASAP. So I think with that, I have shown all of my slides. So I think I will be turning them off and showing my face to you for a little bit.
Yeah, show your face to us, Leonie. So ladies, I just put a video link to this video on shifting money from lack to abundance. And it has a warning because within it, there is the key to limitless living. So if you're currently in a place where you're saying, I don't have the money, watch this video because this is going to like shift things for you. But just open it in a new tab so that you don't disappear from here. Just like right click, open a new tab. And most importantly, go to, let me just put the link in one more time for abundantpassionpreneur.com. And I'm actually right now in the back end, and I'm also just seeing both your messages in the chat when you're saying, yes, I'm in, I'm going to join, I'm going to manifest the money for tonight, etc., etc. And I'm excited as well because there are several of you who said initially that you maybe didn't have the money, and now you're like, I'm going to manifest. That's the spirit. Yeah, exactly. It's like you make so much more than that. And we just, have the money. And so I'm in the back end and I'm seeing women join, and it's really amazing to just see this like as it's happening. Yeah, so it's time for our closing final words. Just so much gratitude. When on the live session when and where, when are the live sessions taking place? Every week and a little bit different times depending on the time zone. And so you will be receiving that. And of course, we're spanning multiple time zones. And so we are going to be selecting the times when it works for most people in most countries. So just know that. And you, for whatever reason, if you cannot catch something live, then you can watch the replay. So all of the modules will be delivered in pre-recorded videos. And then every week we also have live Q&A, group practices, and group coaching as well. Okay, cool. Helena has one question. So Leonie, do you want to take this one? Would you like to address the fear of not having a steady paycheck from an ordinary job? Yes, we would.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for asking.
100%. Yeah, totally. So hear you on that question, Helena. And here's something that I would love to share. First off, I would personally not recommend anybody to be like, you know what, I'm going to quit my job right now. So I'm much more for like a steady transition into creating an income, doing what you love. And there's this awesome saying, which I think I actually heard Ronja say, which is sometimes you need to sustain your passion until your passion sustains you. So I'm going to put it in the chat as well, because I think that's so incredibly powerful. Actually, maybe you can put it in the chat, Ronja. I can type and think at the same time. So sometimes you got to sustain your passion until your passion can sustain you. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with having a job on the side until you are able, like as you are generating the income from your passion itself. And that is totally okay. I've done that for a long time. That's actually how I started my relationship with Ronja, is because I started doing work for her at first. So sometimes you just need to find a way to first sustain yourself, and then you're going to get that income. But you do need to have the strategies, and you need to know exactly how you would be making money with your passion. And that is what we will be teaching you in this course. So I don't recommend you dropping your, job right now, but just like gently moving into it and then using all of the techniques. And so that you can also feel safe, financial freedom, or like financial safety is so important. And when you can really just make sure that you have the basis covered so you can relax, and then, from that basic space, then move forward into creating something. So that's really what I would add here. Maybe Ronja, if there's anything you want to add as well.
Yeah, I just also want to say, just so excited. Just also imagine that feeling where, because you do not need to do this full time for this to really work. You can totally still have the whatever job that you're having right now and then build this. But then just imagine the feeling, the moment when you're like just walking up to your boss or whatever it is, and you can just like quit and just let go of that, because you're already making more money with your business anyway. And that is something really cool and like kind of badass about this, that whole feeling of just like building, and at some point not even needing that job anymore.
Totally. I love that. Yeah. And Helena writes, so it's a little bit hard when you have a full-time job as a teacher, 45 hours a week, to at the same time shift into a second income. Totally hear you on that. And also want to share, I know that is some of the people I know did build their business on the side. And perhaps, in the beginning, you just really take your evening time, and then you could somehow switch into, let's say, a part-time connection or with your current boss or something like that. So there are creative ways of shifting into that.
And there's also something, Helena, where Helena, I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce your name, depending on which country you're from. But there's also something that when you start building your email list, and so this is something that we're going to go through very systematically. It's about creating an opt-in offer, building your email list. And once you have that built up, and you do not need to, you can automate this stuff. It's like you create a thing, and then you can automate the signups of that. And then once you've built your email list a certain way, and you've shared some things with them, you can drop in an offer and you can make a ton of money with one email or one thing. And so it's something that you could do on like 2 hours a week, and there's a few things that you can just set up and then have that be automated such that you can still do your 45-hour work week as you do, but then you start actually coming into this space where, when people talk about making money while you sleep, this is part of what you'll be learning how to do. And it's not actually that hard. It's just that most people have grown up with the idea that you have to work full time and you have to do this. And I'm like, no, you don't. We don't. We, like, most of the people that I know who make the most money do not work full time. It's about working smarter, not harder. And when you just know the systems and the automations and the things to put in place, then you can do this very easily and effortlessly. So yeah, excited about you not having to work 45-hour week, and also just tuning in for you. What would that make possible for you? So yeah, it's just perfectly in the right place.
Loving seeing the resonance with you, Helena. So that's absolutely beautiful. And yes, loved your answer also, Ronja. So Yvonne says she's so excited, and right now she feels like it would be challenging with no money or no income, staying at home with your 2 little girls and only 1 yoga class per week. So how will it go with paying the new classes with you? So first off, I want to just acknowledge the situation that you're in right now. I can definitely 100% imagine that might be challenging for you. Like, I know that feeling. I don't have kids, so I don't know that feeling to the degree that you're feeling it. But I would definitely say, make sure for yourself that you first off cover whatever basic expenses that you have so that you feel comfortable within that. Like, if you need to get some kind of a side job or whatever it is that you can do to make sure that you have that stability within yourself. And then if you want to join us for this program, we have this awesome payment plan. You want to make sure that you get the income that's actually going to cover that for yourself. So quite possibly, as you're going to be going through it, you will have new insights that will help you do that. But make sure that you definitely cover the basis for yourself. That's my first initial reaction. Just checking in with you, Ronja, if there's anything you want to add in on that there.
Yes, and also that you will love the Make Money Fast Masterclass. Again, we'll go way deeper into that over there and just brainstorm a whole lot of ideas of how you can actually make this happen. And to generate an extra few $100s per month is like a really, really easy thing once you actually start opening up for that possibility, and then way more than that as well. So yeah, excited to dive in with you around that as well.
Absolutely. Yes. Okay. So I think we've answered all the questions that have come in right now. With that, we just want to wrap up here. We'll share just a couple little things with you as insights. And I want to just share, in a way, look, we want you to join this program if this feels right for you. But at the same time, we don't really care if you do it with us or if you do it with somebody else, although we know that this offering is freaking epic. But please, just go do it. The reason we started this program and why we believe in this so much is because we know the impact that it has on us, that we are living our passion. That gives us so much satisfaction. And also, we know what it means to the world when many more women step up and stand into their power. We know that actually has the capacity to heal, and we both know the freedom and the freaking satisfaction of fully giving ourselves to the world every single day. That is something that we wish for you as well. So as challenging your situation might be right now, like no matter where you're at, please follow those inner hints as much as you possibly can. And go for what it is that you want, what you desire, what it is that you dream. And if you want to live your passion, even if you're not sure exactly yet what it is, and you want some guidance and you resonate with what we're doing, then we'd love to welcome you. If you want to learn how to do business the feminine way, in a way that feels aligned and connected, then this program is right for you, and we'd love to have you on board. So we love guiding you through this experience and see you feel empowered, have you rise up. And us selling this program, by the way, is also what helps us sustain our mission, do things like the Live Your Passion Challenge, and contribute to some awesome causes that we really love and support. So with that, either way, whatever you make as your decision, thank you so much for being here. I see you, we acknowledge you. We acknowledge you for being here, for being on this path, for your courage, for showing up. And if you feel inspired, please, please, please follow that pull. because we both know that there is a life ahead of you that you currently cannot even imagine. So give yourself that financial freedom. Give yourself that personal power of knowing, yes, I can do this. I can make a difference doing what I love. I can step up. I can make money with my mission. And we'd love to give you the steps to get there. So if you feel in your gut that it's time, that it's your time to stand up and say, yes, I'm going to live my passion, then join us. Click that button wherever we're sharing it with the link, go to that link and join us in the Abundant Passionpreneur Academy. And if you do that before tonight, you will still get access to our Make Money Fast bonus. So final registration ends on Saturday, 5 May at midnight Amsterdam time. And we'd love to have you here. So if this resonates, click that button and join us in the Abundant Passionpreneur Academy. Sending so much love.
Thank you, women. You're so beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just deep joy and gratitude in every cell of my body. And with that, we wish you the most beautiful day, morning, night, wherever you are in the world. And we'll see you inside the Abundant Passionpreneur, how to live in paradise, turn your business into a party and make money doing what you love. Okay, bye.